Check it.
Hi, everybody. It's time for the Be Encouraged program for 4:30 in the afternoon. That's every single day, Monday through Friday, every weekday. You can find us right here at 11 o'clock and at 4:30 p.m. Today we have guests. We have guests. Let them guess. I don't know. It's something from My Little Mermaid, but I forget. We have guests, something like that. Anyway, we'll be right at it in just a moment.
Saying that it feels right.
All right, everybody. How are you? Good afternoon. It's Lee Bailey. One of my guests supposed to be on at 4:30 hasn't had a chance to chime in yet. So we will move forward with a little bit of encouragement here this afternoon. It all runs together when you're at the beach, right? When you're at the beach, it's a beautiful day every day. Let's bring Tora on real quick. Hi, Tora. What's up?
Hey, well, we were supposed to hear from Claudia Pellegrina.
I know. We don't need to, yeah.
I guess she flaked because I did not hear back from her, but it's fine. I mean, we still have a wonderful guest coming on at 4:45, so I'm sure you can do some encouragement.
As soon as she chimes in, we'll bring her on. No problem whatsoever. All right, thank you, Tora.
No worries. Talk to you later.
All right, buddy. So yeah, that's the deal. So let's do this first 15. Yeah, that's Lisa Marie, ladies and gentlemen. Today's the last day for voting for the Maxim semifinals, Maxim CoverGirl 2020 semifinals. Our friend Lisa, and I mean dear friend Lisa, is in the semifinals, and we would like for you guys, we need you to kind of dip into your pockets today. We want to make sure that Lisa makes her way into the finals for Maxim. And the only way she's going to be able to do that and make sure that she makes the finals is really to get your votes. And the votes are $1 a vote, and that's a heck of a deal. So every dollar you put in, every vote she gets. So we are on a push here in the last hours of voting for Lisa Marie. Folks, let's do this. Let's get it done. So I think that I've already made my first vote for today. My only vote that I have, I believe I've already made it. I have. So we're going to make sure that you guys get on there and start voting for Lisa. We appreciate that if you do that. And this is for you. Thank you. No, she's great. She's local. That's what we need. We need a local girl on the cover. And it'll give her so many opportunities also for her future to be a spokesmodel. And Of course, she's already has her own show, Love Hacks, with two knuckleheads, and that's a plus. That's already in the books. We're going to make that happen big time. And she's a semifinalist, man. That's huge, y'all. Let's get her into the finals. Maxim.com, 2020, Lisa Marie. Vote. That's what I'm saying. Get on the voters and vote. So we can get her in there, ladies and gentlemen. That's the thing we want to do. We want to get them signed up, get them ready, rocking. And then when we get that all taken care of, she'll be in the finals. And then we'll start it all over again. So, yeah, do that. Get in there and get it done. Get her done, everybody. So, yeah, if you can just reach in, like $10. That's the minimum donation to the Wounded Warrior Project, $10. All I'm asking is you guys, is if everybody gives $10 to the Wounded Warrior Project, she's in like Flint. She's in like Flint. So that's something I'd like to see everybody do. That would be a great thing for us. Yeah, it would be a wonderful thing for us. And for our community. And that's what this show is all about. This show is all about community. It's all about raising awareness. It's all about encouragement. It's, of course, More Joy Media. And More Joy Media is all about encouraging. We are about inspiring. And we are about sorry, I messed up. There we go. It's all about encouraging. It's all about giving everybody an opportunity to step up and be encouraged. There's lots of words that we can use in our life to encourage people. I recommend that you do it. It's a way you can lift up a loved one on a bad day. It's a way you can step up and let people know what lies behind us and what lies before us are tiny matters compared to what lies within us. That's what Ralph Waldo Emerson said. And, one of the things that's also is tough times never last, but tough people do. And that's a good time for this right now. Robert Schuller said that. And J.K. Rowling, you know that lady. She's the one that did the Harry Potter books and the incredible things or whatever it is. It is impossible to live without failing at something unless you live so cautiously that you might as well not have lived at all, in which case you have failed by default. It's true. You can live a very quiet, reserved life. And if you do live a quiet, reserved life, I imagine it just can't feel so good, huh? Life is not easy for any of us, but what of that? We must have perseverance and, above all, confidence in ourselves. We must believe that we are gifted for something and that this thing, at whatever cost, must be attained. Marie Curie. A life spent making mistakes is not only more honorable, but more useful than a life spent in doing nothing. And that's what we were talking about up there with J.K. Rowling. If you just sit back, you can chill. No one's going to bother you. I talked to many people yesterday. We were talking about it as far as spiritually speaking. If you're not getting attacked by the bad side, then you're not doing anything for the good side. Think about that for a second. You got to make up your mind that no matter what comes your way, no matter how difficult, no matter how unfair, you will do more than simply survive. You will thrive in spite of it. And let me see. Let me find another good one for you guys. When one door opens of happiness, when one door of happiness closes, another one opens. but often we look so long at the closed door that we do not see the one that has been opened for us. In the middle of every opportunity, that's Helen Keller, by the way. Talk about difficulties. Whoosh, my goodness. In the middle of every difficulty lies opportunity. Albert. I wonder if his mom used to call him like that. Albert. Anyway, here's Tora, and normally he doesn't click in unless he's going to say something. And he's outside showing off that he's on the patio or something.
Shut up,
pool
Lee.
in your backyard?
No, I'm in my deck because I have some cleaning ladies cleaning my house right now.
Ah, yes, I know
But
that is.
I'm on because our next guest should be coming on now.
Well, I'm glad to hear that. So I'm going to go ahead, and we were just talking about encouraging words. In fact, I wanted to share a couple with you and see what your thoughts on them were. How about this one, buddy? Got one for you. Ready?
Okay.
When one door of happiness closes, another opens. But often we look so long at the closed door that we do not see the one that is opened for us.
Yeah, that's a good one. It really works well with the opportunity, my new job that I'm about to start.
Helen Keller said that, by the way.
Nice.
Yeah. Talk about difficulties she's had to overcome. She had to overcome.
Nice.
In the middle of every difficulty lies opportunity.
Right.
How about that?
That's a good one.
That is a good one. That's Albert Einstein. And you know
Right.
what? He was dyslexic. So he had a very hard time with his dyslexia, and yet he's one of the smartest people in the whole wide world.
That's amazing.
Isn't that cool?
Very cool. So our next guest should be coming on momentarily. They've been sent the link, and very excited to have them on. They are the founders and managers of Caboose Common and Brewery. There's two different restaurants, Caboose Common and Caboose Brewery, both really good restaurants. They're going to come and talk about their work in the community. They've been delivering meals to first responders and to different outlets, and they've also they're also going to talk about like what they're currently doing, and also it will be nice to talk to them about like how things are going post COVID at their breweries.
That's awesome. All right, I got another one. This one you're going to guess. You're going to tell me who said this, okay?
Okay.
I've missed more than 9,000 shots in my career. I've lost almost 300 games. 26 times I've been trusted to take the game-winning shot and missed. I've failed over and over and over again in my life, and that is why I succeed.
I have no clue who that is. Mark Twain?
Michael Jordan.
Oh, wow.
How about that? 300 games he's lost. 26 times he was trusted to take the game-winning shot, and he missed. And he's failed over and over and over again.
That's amazing. That's amazing how he works. He fails one time, and he comes to become a successful basketball player.
Well, that's how, you can't be successful without failure.
Right.
People don't realize that. Success is not final. Failure is not fatal. It is the courage to continue that counts. That's Winston Churchill said that.
Yeah, that's a good quote.
I think it is.
So, is our guest in the backstage?
I don't think so. Nope.
Hold on, let me check my email here.
Failure is simply the opportunity to begin again, this time more intelligently. Very nice. I like that. So it's okay. It's not 4:45 yet.
Right.
They might be waiting for 4:45.
Right.
And they may have tuned in and watched some of this before and said, I don't think I want to be on this show. Well, I hope that's not the case. I hope they didn't tune in and say, why am I going on this show? Well, because this show is a great show. That's why. There she is. Jennifer McLaughlin just chimed in. Let's bring her on, ladies. Go ahead and introduce her for us, Tor, before I bring her on.
Great. Well, I'm very excited to have on our show on Be Encouraged, Jennifer McLaughlin. She has been working with Caboose Commons and Caboose Brewery. They've been delivering meals to first responders and the needy in the community. and very excited to have her on to talk about what they've been doing in the community to get some encouragement, and also to talk about how post-COVID is going at their breweries.
Okay, good. I wonder if they make Guinness. No, they don't make Guinness.
They do.
Right. Anyway, Jennifer McLaughlin, how are ya?
I'm well. How are you guys?
We're doing well too. You know,
Great.
hey, Arsala, she's a Scot. That's the name there, the McLaughlin. You're Scot or an Irishman?
I married into the Scots.
Oh, you married into the Scot.
I'm
That's
Dutch.
right. There you go. I forgot, but that's a good Scottish name there, McLaughlin.
It is.
Yes, indeed. All right, Tora, thank you so much for getting her in here with us. We're going to have a good time talking today about all kind of everything, okay? Thank you, Tora. Peace, buddy. Thank you. Hi, Jennifer. How are you?
Hi, I'm wonderful. How are you? I love your energy. It feels good to have a lot of positive energy in the room.
Well, you got to have positive energy, I'm at the beach. Are you kidding me? That's what the nice vitamin D coming through the window there is. I'm in Ocean City. I'm sequestering myself, however, but I get to sit out on the balcony and soak up the saltwater air, and it's nice and windy. The stinking lifeguards have jackets on. It's crazy. Well, it's warm though, but it's the wind. It keeps peppering them, and they put their umbrellas. They put them down sideways to buffet the wind. So
makes sense.
Kind of interesting. Little guys are out there all day long, and so you get the sun on you, which warms you up. But then when the wind hits you, it's kind of like it's not too terribly humid today. So when the wind hits you, it's a little bit of a chilly side, I think. I don't know.
That sounds lovely, to be honest. It's been so hot.
Oh, it's perfect. Yeah, perfect. I sit on the balcony. I'm like, oh, this is nice. And I'm tempted to go buy a kite and go fly a kite, but I refuse to go stand on the. Somehow, even if you walk across the sand, it gets behind your ear, it gets in your eyebrows, it gets in other places you don't want it to be.
It's the nature of the ocean.
If you're just walking, so I don't even go on the beach. It's like, nope. I'm happy to enjoy the sounds and the sights and the, and the wind and the air. That's what I'm all about. So
sounds lovely either way.
That's right. Hey. It's cool enough for me. You can go down there and lay down and get baked if you want and all that kind of stuff. That's fine. Listen, Caboose Commons, where are you guys located?
So we have two locations, both in Northern Virginia. Our original location opened 5 years ago. We celebrated that anniversary over COVID in Vienna, right on the W&OD Trail.
Okay.
The second location is part of Mosaic District. It's in Merrifield. Mm-hmm.
Okay, good. I'll have to stop by then. Okay, where?
Please
are you in the actual mall area where people walk around and stuff, or you guys have a place right outside?
Yeah, across the street. Same landlord though. We're officially part of the same group. But
are you off that street, Eskridge Road?
Mm-hmm.
I know exactly where you are. Okay.
United Rentals building. If you're
You're in the standalone, your own building, right?
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know that was Caboose Commons. I've been by there a couple of times. I haven't paid much attention. I was going to it's funny. I was going to have my 1 year. I had a double lung transplant a year ago on June 5th of 2019. So I was going to have my 1 year party, and my sister suggested, and I don't think she said Caboose Commons. I think she said there's this wonderful bar restaurant place right there off Eskridge Road. And I was like, I've seen that. That looks like they have you have a lot of outdoor dining there too, right?
You.
Yeah. So. But even so, the COVID said, no, you're not having a party.
No. Nope.
Especially me. No.
Not in June. Not this year.
No. I have no immune system, so I'm one of those at risk.
Mm-hmm.
So tell me about what you've been doing in the community. You've been doing stuff in the community, I'm guessing, in both your locations, yes?
We have. I'm going to back up just a little bit to explain kind of why it's so important to us that we do this community work. When COVID hit, we went from over both locations, 120 employees to 17 in 3 days. And it was horrible. It was really a horrible week. And a lot of these people don't have a lot of options, right? No. So we knew the true pain that exists out in the community. Right. We know that, right? So as we had opportunities to support the community, not just our employees, but the broader community, we jumped on every opportunity to do so.
Good.
So we have been providing, and nurses too. We have so many. Caboose Commons is less than a mile from Inova
Hospital. Yeah.
Yeah. So and they're have always been at that location all the time, and they were frontliners. And I've talked to many of them recently, and most of them have had COVID over the last 4 months. So while we were in the heat of it, we were providing meals to them, and we served almost 900 meals to Inova Hospital. And it did a couple things. It fed people who were working really hard to support our community, but it also gave some hope and encouragement to us. Like we needed to do something, and I needed to give my employees something to do. It was so slow. And it did. It gave us a lot of hope and encouragement. Driving over there and dropping off those bags, everyone was like, "Oh, let me do it. Can I do it today, please, 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 please?" Because it was delightful to do that and to receive that thanks, and to interact with somebody. It was great. And
have you been able to bring back employees?
Yeah, we have. Yeah, we're back up to. I haven't checked recently, but it's almost 100 employees. That's about where we're going to stay. I don't think we'll grow in employee numbers beyond that. Partially because I don't want to risk having to let people go again.
Right. No, I get it.
Yeah.
So you've been helping out with at Fairfax, taking some stuff over to the nurses and whatnot, some food and meals and stuff like that. And I'm taking that what you just said was that you're to go, and even especially since you have such a great area for outdoor dining, your eat in has been coming up substantially, or just
it has. In June, the July numbers aren't totally in yet, but in June we were at 60% of last year's revenue. So I'll take it.
You know what I mean? I mean, you guys would have been doing pretty good up until COVID, right? I mean, every time you guys were, yeah. So 60% is pretty good.
It's I can do that. The winter and fall months definitely make me nervous because that's the seasonality of the restaurant industry, and everybody is more comfortable outside right now. Even though I will say I think we do a really safe job of opening up our indoors, but people really want to be outside, and I get it. So as the winter months come along, if we're still in this outdoor kind of environment, I'm
you know what? Let me tell you, Jennifer, one of the things that I remember years ago, I used to go, buddies of mine and I would go to Clyde's over in Centerville area, right? Yeah, sure. And they had a pretty good amount of outside dining, and they had they put a big tarp over top, and they had it kind of enclosed with canvas, but when it's cold, it's cold. But they had one of those stand heaters by every table. And people liked eating outside with that heat and that cold mix, I don't know. I'll throw that at your direction.
We had those 2 years ago. Our first winter, we bought some of those heaters, and the wind that comes.
Oh yeah.
Like those heaters were destroyed. Like the little roofs.
Yeah.
They were.
Well, and I'll say that's probably why it worked for Clyde's, because they had it enclosed. With the cloth drops and stuff like that. So that's probably why it worked for them, because they didn't have to deal with wind, hitting and blowing those things out.
We're trying to brainstorm ideas.
Yeah.
We're good at brainstorming and pivoting and developing new business models. It's like, 2020, that's what you do. Yeah,
exactly. 2020. We've got so many things going forward that are just going to be the norm as we go forward. As far as, and I think it's going to be a good thing I think it will be a good thing as far as the restaurant industry is concerned. I don't know if you know this. We have a show actually that we do on Monday nights at 7:00. Billy Riley and I and Lisa Marie do a show, and it's restaurants and bar news for Northern Virginia. And we would love to have you guys come on sometime to the program and talk about what your struggles have been. And that's a show though we're trying to encourage, and we got about 5,000 views the last show on Monday. And so we've really, Chuck Bednar's from Personable Pub and and Ashburn Pub and Chow Osteria is also Sal Spezial. Just everybody, is really been looking into the show and helping us with viewership, and also they're looking to find out what the latest is going on. And you hear these people talking about, like we have one of our people is a guy who does the microbial fogging for restaurants, and he's charging a really reasonable rate compared to what a lot of other people are kind of gouging restaurants. And I'm not saying names, but that's really a really cool I don't know why we don't have that should be like all of a sudden been made into a federal deal, because that stuff is amazing. I mean, that's the EPA guarantees 99.9% of killing the bacteria that cause the COVID, the virus, and the causes of the COVID. So that should be like a mandatory thing, and they ought to price regulate it and say, we want those businesses to make their money, but we don't want anybody gouging. Let's go ahead and get all of these businesses and everywhere where people going, get them done every 90 days. You get it done, and it will kill anything that hits it will kill it. So I don't know.
Yeah.
It's one of those things that we keep talking about,
Yeah.
So you guys are also a distillery or brewery?
We're a brewery. Yeah.
Brewery, okay.
Yeah. So at the beginning of all this, we started driving around our beer. Like, Virginia ABC changed a lot of rules, and all of a sudden I can deliver cocktails.
Growlers.
Yeah.
Do you guys have growlers at your place?
Oh yeah. We've been distributing all kinds of things: food, groceries, cocktails, you name it. I tried to get my food and beverage guy to deliver Jello shots, but he wouldn't do it.
Why?
I don't know, but I thought that was
good. Jello shots are fun, yay! However, when somebody gets wind,
the shape of a heart and drop off a Jello shot.
The problem with that is once somebody knows somebody has Jello shots, it attracts people.
Wow. And the rule with cocktails is that you had to purchase them with food. You couldn't buy them on their own. So.
That's Virginia. That's Virginia anyway. So, and a lot of people don't realize, across the country, they don't realize that Virginia has some pretty strict rules as far as food sales and beverage sales. So
not if you're a brewery, because in our tap room, we don't have to match.
Oh, good.
Beer
so
sales.
If you're making beer and do you distribute it to other restaurants?
We do.
Oh, you do? That's great.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, what do you I'm going to have to come by and get one of the
buy and sample
tastings or something.
Mm-hmm.
How many different kinds do you do?
We have 16 tap lines, and we usually have a couple of beers that are sort of in the wings waiting. We have 4 flagships, and then there's probably 2 beers each season, 2 to 3 that come around every year, and then the rest are just what we feel like cooking. Yeah,
right.
Experimental stuff. It's fun. Yeah.
Well, every summer, and I don't know that we're going to be able to do it this year. Although I think my wife might be going with the kids. I'm not sure if I'm going to go, but we go to Maine, and I'm more of a cocktail person. And so I don't really, vodka tonics is about as far as I go typically. I'm not a big beer fan, never have been, except for I like Weiss beer from Deutschland, I'm a German guy. Well, I've lived in Germany. So I like Weiss beer, and I love a wheat beer. Blue Moon's okay. Mm-hmm. It's too cold. They need to make it warmer. And then I also really like blueberry ale from Atlantic Brewing Company.
That sounds very clean.
It is absolutely delicious. It is so good. And then you can taste the blueberry in the ale, and it's delicious. So I hand that to you, saying you got to have your brewmaster try and work out a blueberry ale or a blueberry something that you guys
we're moving around with different fruits. We just do a pawpaw beer. So we're trying to do a 100% Virginia local series, kind of a 12 beer. The idea was each month, but we'll see if that happens. But a different beer every month. And so in October, we're doing a community hot beer. And at the beginning of COVID, totally by chance, we'd already planned this. We sold a whole bunch of little hop rhizomes, little hop babies. and people took them home and they planted them and now they're growing and they're beautiful. And in September, we're going to, as a community, harvest all of our hops and
then have big Oktoberfest.
we were going to have a hop harvest festival.
Oktoberfest. Yeah.
Maybe we will. It all depends how things go. We have really great ideas on how we could do a safe festival, but I don't know if people want to do it. I don't know if they want to come.
Well, it's when you have it outside, and they've said the outside, you're doing a lot better on the outside. I'm still convinced that really somebody for the breweries and the restaurants and stuff needs to come up with a mask that has a straw in it. You can walk around and just stick your straw in your beer.
The purpose of the mask, just saying.
I'm just saying. You keep the mask on and you have this long straw that has a filter on. I don't know. You just put it in your drink and you can just walk around with your drink.
That's funny.
Because the nose, that way you're blocking up here and you're making sure. The chances COVID's getting in that straw, slim. Slim. I think that's a great idea. I think people would buy that up too in a minute.
I'm pretty sure it's on Amazon.
Never seen it. I've been looking. I'm like going, the longer they don't have it, the better chance I get to patent that sucker. I always have great ideas. I don't ever try and then like a month later I go, hey,
there's my idea.
Yeah, exactly.
Making the idea is really the fun part.
Well, Jennifer, we're going to have you back on. We're going to have you come on. We're going to contact you about coming on and being on the Nova Restaurant and Beverage Show, Food and Beverage Show. And we'll talk about your restaurant and what you guys are doing and stuff in this time and or all the time. It's just all about how you guys do what you do, and people can pick up pointers, and especially with customer service. We talk about that also, and that's one way that people can really understand. I mean, in fact, I was just in a restaurant today. I used to do restaurants. It was a pizza place, but our big thing was just keeping the place clean. If the cleaner the place is, the more people want to come back, and it can be a raunchy, fun, goofy, crazy time. But if it's not clean, people pick up on that and go, let's try something else. They don't necessarily pick up that it was because it was dirty, but there's a subconscious thing. And I used to tell my employees, listen, every night, let's do the baseboards. And they're like going, baseboard? Well, they look like they're clean. I said, well, they look like they're clean because we clean them every night. If you don't clean them every night, guess what happens? They start getting dirty, then they're hard to clean. And it's just simple stuff, and it's really easy to do. Run a mop along the edge and done. And if you do that every night, it looks beautiful. And the floors, vacuuming and mopping, same thing. As long as it doesn't look like it needs to be mopped.
No, it does.
It's because we mop every night. So anyway, all right. Well, that's my little piece. I want to thank you very much, Jennifer, for coming on the program. It was great having you. You're a joy. I appreciate you. And I do love your husband's name. The McLaughlin name is a fine name, indeed.
Son of the Lakeland is what it means.
What?
Son of the Lakeland is what it means.
A son of the Lakeland, yes. What is your maiden name?
Tanner. Like leather tanner. Very English, I think.
It sounds English. Well, it's funny. Don't tell anybody. My name is Lee McCarran Bailey, and my McCarrans are Scots. No doubt about that. They're not McLarens, they're McCarrans. Part of the McLaren clan, I think. But my Baileys, even though it gets me in the back door at Irish Times on St. Patty's Day, they're actually English. The Baileys are English. So
yeah, they're all friends.
When I hand my ID to the guy at the back door at the Irish Times, and he goes, Lee McCarran Bailey, come right in. I'm in. Don't have a drop of Irish blood in me, but I'm in. So that's good.
Me neither.
All right.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, dear. You're very appreciated, and we'll talk to you another time. Okay.
Thank you. Bye.
All right. Take care. Thanks for coming on the show.
Absolutely.
You're very encouraging. I appreciate it. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that was Jennifer McLaughlin. Indeed, we've got some comments that came through. All of them from Tura Arsala. No. I don't want to talk to bar owners about non-alcoholic beer. They don't make any money off that, Anyway, just kidding you, Mr. Tora. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that's it for me today. This is the 4:30 show. Be encouraged. Don't forget to join us tomorrow night. Okay, tomorrow night's a big night. We're going to have a big night today, by the way, also today. And you can go to Facebook. Go to Bill Knowles' page on Facebook and wish him a happy birthday, everybody. It is BK Blaster's birthday today, this July 30th. I'm not narking him out on how old he is, but he's old. So, but you can go and wish him a happy birthday on the Bill Knowles Facebook page, or you can go to More Joy Media Facebook page, right? And wish Bill a happy birthday there as well. Or any of our More Joy Media pages. You can go wish BK Blaster a very, very happy birthday. Thank you very much. Tomorrow night, tomorrow at 4:30, we have another great guest, and we hope you will join us then. And for now, I'm out, and I'll see you later. And I'm going to go enjoy the sunshine out here on the balcony. It should be very, very nice.